Can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break. Call the morning steam. It's time to break. Run for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Saturday, April 11th. It's fight day here on Saturday. We've got UFC action here this afternoon. Coming up 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. UFC 327 from Miami tonight. Join me along with the guys here for UFC coverage. Our companion stream begins at a little before 5 p.m. Eastern. We've got big fight card tonight, including light heavyweights for the vacant light heavyweight title with Yuri Prochazka going up against Carlos Ulberg in the main event. They compete, see who's going to replace Pereira atop the light heavyweight chain there. So join us for that companion coverage, UFC 327. And you can get a fight package from me right now over at winnable.com/Ramon. I've got my top 5 plays over there right now for subscribers, or you can pick it up over at winnable.com. Looking for some winners from me. You can tune into the show. I'll be there with the guys going over each and every fight. But you can get 5 plays right now. Get ready, locked and loaded over at winnable.com/Ramon for the UFC card today. Use the promo code STEAM at checkout to save 20%. There's also more plays I'll have over there today. We're already scoring right now with a winner in Spain. As we have, a goal right now. Sociedad takes the lead 3-2. We have the over. It's a long win over. Sociedad there with a goal right now over Lobs 3-2. Here, a lot of time left in that one. Just saw also action in the Premier League winding up just moments ago, as it was a win here for Bournemouth 2-1 against Arsenal today. How about that? Bournemouth scores as a $5 dog or better. A little bit of an upset here over in England. I got other plays too lined up right now with my packages over there at winnable.com. I got a package of international soccer games, England, European leagues going off right now, including action in Germany. 2 games to go here, about ready to start in 5 minutes. So, hey, if you're not on them, subscribers can get over there and get the picks, and you can subscribe over at winnable.com. Hey, I've had several winners over the last 24 hours since I last saw you over there with action overnight. How about it? 2-1 record for my plays over in Australian football last night. Over with Brisbane and North Melbourne. I also had Sydney to rock over Gold Coast. Couldn't get it there. Melbourne stunk it up there against Essendon. But also picked up winners last night with the NBA VIP selections. We had 2-0 record there with under in Utah and Memphis, and over with Milwaukee and Brooklyn yesterday. So also premium pick winners yesterday in the NBA here with the Miami Heat as well, laying 16. We had a baseball winner in there, Cardinals and Boston game under. Won my Eurobasket game yesterday as well with Baskonia over Bologna yesterday, plus the points. So check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. I have some other sports in there today too, since we got no No NBA here today. We're going to preview the Major League card, of course. Then we'll get right into hockey with a massive card. But the NBA takes the day off after hockey took the day off yesterday. So get ready for the end of the season. Get ready for the playoffs here. We saw some interesting results there yesterday in the NBA as we're getting down here to the last day, the last game of the season. I did have some winners here on the show yesterday, including Detroit and Charlotte game to go under. Winner there yesterday with Detroit decided to play all their starters. They got the win over Charlotte. Guess they want to be all tuned up and ready. Maybe they'll probably rest the guys tomorrow. And Detroit clobbered Charlotte there, 118 to 118 to 110, 118 to 100, whatever it was a blowout there for Detroit yesterday over Charlotte, 118 to 100. We had a winner here also with Cleveland and Atlanta to go under. Atlanta won at 124 to 102. Morning's team winner, Toronto and the Knicks game to go under, and the Knicks 112-95 win. The scores are getting low all of a sudden here at the end of the season. Maybe too many marginal players in there is what I'm thinking. Also had morning's team winner. We had the Boston Celtics yesterday to blow out Philadelphia, 144 to 118. We said the ultimate bounce back team. Everybody knows that how good that they are. So also morning's team winner here yesterday with Orlando and Chicago game to go under there. Orlando got the road win at Chicago. Also had a winner, Oklahoma City and Denver game to go over there, and it did. Oklahoma said, we're going to sit our players. Denver said, hey, we'll up you one better. We'll sit our players. The line went from -12 to -2. Didn't matter. Denver won by 20. We had the over. In that game, got the winner there. So, just some of the winners there yesterday. Also, Sacramento Kings over Golden State. We had the premium pick winner there getting the 11 points. We also had the under with the Clippers and Portland. A lot of winners yesterday here on morning's team show. So, no, we're not going to have any winners today. I'll tell you that in basketball because there's no basketball today. So, major league winners though yesterday. We did bring home some winners here as well in the morning's team with Washington and Milwaukee. Talked about those top 5 productive offenses so far. Washington's one of them, and it was a winner there over in that one with Milwaukee and Washington 7-3. Washington got the pounding going again there yesterday. Also, morning's team winner here, Yankees and Tampa Bay game to go under. We're sticking with some of those unders, especially over there in the American League, there in that one with the Yankees and the Rays, and a low-scoring game for sure. And man, the Rays were able to take it down there 5-3. That was a low scoring, but it was under. There yesterday, also morning's team winner, Detroit Tigers over Miami. They got it done there pretty easy for the Tigers. 2-0 behind Keter Montero in a low-scoring pitcher's duel with Sheriff Paddock. Athletics and Mets, morning's team winner to the under 4-0. The A's, the shutout, Ginn and company with the win over the Mets. Shut them out there 4-0. There in that one. So, yeah, you need some interesting results there yesterday for sure in the major leagues. Also, how about my Padres win for a walk-off home run for the second night in a row? Gavin Sheets homered twice, including the game winner in the 9th inning. Padres won at 5-2. Mason Miller came in and closed it out again. Mason Miller of the Padres has struck out 17 of the last 18 batters he's faced. Sounds like Cy Young material right there in a closer. That doesn't happen too often, but Miller, nobody can even touch him right now. He's so dominant. 17 strikeouts in the last 18 hitters. What did the other guy do, bunt? Dodgers over the Rangers. Speaking of walk-offs, Mac Muncy hit 3 home runs, including a walk-off home run. The Dodgers will one-up you every time. Texas tied the game with 3 runs at the top of the 9th inning. Andy Pages 3 for 3 with 4 RBI for the Dodgers. So, Yeah, we've got a good card of baseball. We're going to preview it here in just a moment on the morning steam. It's a featured coverage for sure with the major leagues. Like I said, no basketball, but they have the one last game tomorrow. They play it in two little segments, right? You got the Eastern Conference first, followed by the Western Conference games later in the afternoon. Then we'll know what's going to happen if we don't already know in uh, the NBA playoffs coming up. But definitely a little bit of hijinks there yesterday with a couple of games, right? With the personnel and everything. We try to get it right, folks. I mean, look, when the line goes from 12 to 2, got a lot of people popping off, right? You have the line, you said go. Look, we have the winner anyways with Denver, no matter if they laid 10 or 12. Point being, when the line moves 10 points, nobody was expecting certain players to play. That's all there is to it. And when you see teams that don't have a lot to play for, now, granted, there can be contract incentives in there. Sometimes you don't even know those in the NBA. It's not like the NFL where we, bet on every guy who's got to get their milestones. But you got to wonder what some of these teams are doing. Don't injure your players. And everything, you got your guys in there when maybe they shouldn't be. And then some of the teams, maybe you should be playing your guys in there a little bit. I don't even know if some of these coaches know what they're doing. All right, let me say hello to the folks. We're just going to get started here right now with the show because, like I said, we've got a lot of games. It's just that we've only got two sports. There's some other stuff going on. We've got more soccer. We just saw also moments ago Yannick Sinner with the win over there in Monte Carlo. He gains his berth in the finals by winning a semifinal match 6-1, 6-4 over Sasha Zverev. Their $5 favorite gets it done. Coming up right now, Alcaraz takes on Basharo, the other semifinal. Can Basharo come through as an $8 dog? Probably not, but he might be good enough to cover the game spread. He's having an incredible week right now, the week of his career here. We're going to hear a lot more from Basharo in his career, especially in the clay seasons, and he's a big dog, of course, too. Carlito, but watch out. Basharo here may be able to hang in there with the game spread. He's been that good. And also, women's semifinal in Linz with Mira Andreeva and Elena Roos going here. Andreeva, a $6 favorite. She'll crush. She might cover a game spread. I'm not sure on that one, though. Didn't really release anything with these tight matches here today. Still to come, Potapova and Bekic, other final in Linz here today. So that's kind of the featured attractions in tennis as well as we get ready to go. There's also UFL today, Houston and DC. DC by 6.5, and more soccer to come. Let me say hello to folks in the chat. We're going to get started with the show. Flea Mathis is here. Nuke is here, ready to go. Irish King here. And look at Nuke, talking about the disparity, right, in the season here so far. Steve is here. Cash Kane, Public Enemy. We're all ready to go. Farley is here. Mike Humphrey. Man, we might as well just start. Blake is here as well, and Fernando's ready to go. Thanks a lot, you guys, for being here. Got a few dozen in here right now, so we might as well start with the action with our own bilateral talks here on the Morning Steam Show. All right. Let's get going here right now and start with the action here for Saturday. We're going right to the major leagues. Why not? We don't have anything else to choose from. And I'm going to get rolling here right now with our first matchup. We're going to preview them all, of course, in the major leagues. One game in hockey we're not covering is Florida and Toronto. All right, here we go. Going to start this one off here with the Diamondbacks on the road. Brandon Pott going up here against Taijuan Walker. Phillies have lost 3 straight coming into this one. Walker's got an ERA 9.3. Brandon Pott's got an ERA of 6.75. Walker's 0-2 so far. Pott does not have a win or a loss to show in his record. Arizona won 3 straight right now, following wins over the Mets, and then come in here and beat Philadelphia yesterday on the road, 5-4, doing a nice job there. Philadelphia is 6-7 so far this season. Meanwhile, Arizona 8-6 coming into this one here. So, look, you got Pott on the road. These starters do not have good numbers. That's pretty much a fact right there. But Arizona, pretty hot offense. I just saw moments ago the information here for Arizona on Corbin Carroll. He is in the lineup today. They have just released that information here. I believe it's causing the line to move just slightly for Arizona, as Carroll is reported to be in the lineup. He's been injured here, a hip injury of late that has kind of kept him hobbled a little bit, but he is in the starting lineup today. They are reporting here for Corby Carroll. Let's see what you guys are going to do here in this one with Arizona and Philadelphia. So far, Arizona 9-4-1 to the over, 6-1-1 to the over on the road. Philadelphia 5-1-1 to the over at home. So these two teams so far, I mean, it's over city with that. I mean, both teams, one home under for Philly, one road under for Arizona here early in the season. It was snuck over yesterday, got to 9 runs. Today we're sitting on another 8.5. I mean, you got to like those numbers with the mediocre starters coming in here. I mean, that, what do you think? Let's see from you in the chat right now and hear what you have to say in this matchup between Arizona and Philadelphia today. Let me go over to the chat here. I'm having a little bit of whoops. Oh, my computer going a little slow here. Sorry about that. Just stand by. All right, here we go. I'm going to the chat on this one with Arizona and Philly. Arizona is the hotter team, certainly with that 5-1 run right now, and also these strong trends to the over with these two. Philly definitely slumping right now with the one win in their last 5 games overall, and I don't know, Walker, he's got kind of a cold arm out there. Arizona's probably got the bullpen edge. Here we go. Now I'm finally ready. Man, I hope it doesn't go this slow all day, but Bobby Maxson here as well. Let's see, Public Enemy. Here we go. Here come the plays. Public Enemy on the over. Irish King, Philly, team total over. Farley's on the over. Blake's on the over. Everybody loves the over after they were already on it anyways. But Robert here, Arizona first 5. He also likes the over. Irish King on the D-bags on the money line, and Mark liking the over. Everybody likes the over here. I do too. I mean, man.
Final.
Okay, and let's see here. Mark says Arizona over and money line. Where's his wins yesterday? Coming clean here with us. Thank you, Mark. Better luck today. All right. I know the Sharps are trying to keep this one from going higher, but man, over. You got to think over here. Let's go with the over in this one with Arizona taking on Philadelphia. Man, over 8.5.
Final.
Got to do it. Got to be in there. Next up, the Marlins and Jansen Junk on the road here taking on Casey Mize and the Tigers. Tigers are $1.35 favorite in this one, maybe $1.40. Total here, 7.5 under at -115, maybe -120 or so. Detroit did snap their losing streak with a win last time on the road. 2-0 yesterday over the Marlins. They were able to get the win. Marlins couldn't get on the board in a pretty decent pitching yesterday for sure. Detroit's been off to a rough start. They're 5-9, but they are 3-1 at home. They did play a lot of games on the road, just kind of struggled here, but they're at home now, looking better. Same thing with Miami; they were playing pretty well at home. I mean, they're 8-6 overall, but just 1-3 right now as a road underdog every time on the road here. And you got, Mize, probably the more established or more credible pitcher, supposed to probably be better than Jansen Junk. Junk, he's had a few moments here in his career since he got been starting a little bit here for Miami and been starting here this season as well. But Miami here had won 2 in a row over the Reds when they split that series before losing the first game here. Detroit's still a modest little favorite in this game at $1.40 here. There should be recovering here right now. Like I said, Miami clearly has the better record here so far, but again, maybe just Detroit a little bit rough start with so many road games and not feeling comfortable yet. And same with Miami. They've taken advantage of their home schedule there a little bit to kind of run up some of these numbers. Miami is 9-5 to the over, 3-1 to the over on the road in those games. Detroit, though, so far 3-5 to the under is a favorite. They're a little bit under so far. Detroit, like we said, at home, looking good. This matchup between these two teams goes under quite a bit. It is an interleague series, so it's only going to happen here every other year. But in general, when they've come in here, for whatever reason, it's been usually low-scoring games. Both bullpens have been solid. It feels like a bit of a setup for the under, given what we've seen. I mean, we went under yesterday, and I said, oh boy, here's Detroit playing a team like Miami. It's kind of like an American League Central game. And if you know what we've been talking about with these American League Central games, and we felt like yesterday we were going to get the same thing. Miami has gone over in 9 of their last 11 games right now, so that does make it a little bit tough. But they couldn't score yesterday on Detroit. Like I said, 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here have gone under. Miami's gone under in 4 of their last 6 overall, so you'd think it should be an under here. And you got Detroit $1 down to $1.35 or so, and they won yesterday. You could look and say, hey, Detroit slow start, Miami good start. Miami will get it back eventually, but I don't know. You might be getting a decent enough price here on the Detroit Tigers. Let me go to the chat first, then maybe I'll decide. But it just feels like I don't think it's going to be the 2-0, but here we go with Jermaine says this is a crazy line right now for Detroit. Marlins for Public Enemy, Marlins for Farley. Blake's on the under here. And a lot of people still liking Miami here. Like, come on, Detroit is not going to be, a team that, they're not going. They might be 5-9, but they're not going to be 50-90. You'd think Detroit. I mean, by the way, they're expected to be pretty good with their pitching and everything. And Miami, not so much. It's just a hot start. So maybe it's given a little bit of a discount here on Detroit at $1.35 in this one. So I'm going to take them. Actually, I'm going to take Detroit as the pick here. It's a little favorite here against Miami. And Andrew maybe likes the Tigers as well. Pirates on the road here, taking on the Cubbies. Pirates were able to get the win there yesterday in the opener of the series and got that win also 2-0. With good pitching in that game. Certainly, you had Imanaga in there. Definitely gave a good credit himself, but they gave up a couple of runs in there, and it was the Pirates were able to get that win. Pirates have won, been alternating wins and losses here, really, but they're 8-5 overall, 4-3 on the road so far. The Pirates have been crisp here. 7 of their last 10 have been winners. 7 of their last 9, actually. Pittsburgh's won 4 of their last 5 on the road. They're just 1-5 in their last 6 against the Cubs. They've gone over in 6 of their last 9 games overall. For Chicago here, they've gone under in 4 of their last 5 at home. 7 of the last 8 in this series have gone under when playing here in Chicago. And 9 of the last 11 overall. But it doesn't matter where they played. Chicago and Pittsburgh have been going under. He's got a 6.5 in here after what we saw yesterday. I don't know about, Ashcraft going up against Cabrera here. Braxton Ashcraft, so far 2.25 ERA, 1.0 whip. So solid numbers. Same thing, Cabrera here. No ERA so far, 0.69 whip. And after what we saw yesterday, maybe it will be another under here. Let's see what you have right now with the Pirates and the Cubs here in this one. After all, you got Pirates. They're out. They're exceeding expectations so far. I don't care how fired up we are about how what the expectations might be here with this team. It does feel like, certainly a good start for Pittsburgh, right? Cubs, maybe not so much. We need more from the Cubs. 6-7 record. That's not what we're expecting from the Cubs. So good pitcher out here with Cabrera. Braxton Ashcraft's look pretty good. But let's see what you have here in this one. The Pirates on the road here. Bit of a dog. They won yesterday, and they're playing well, man. They're playing darn well. Cubs have been unreliable as favorites, that's for sure. Let's go to the chat here. Andrew says Pirates are hanging in there with Milwaukee right now. It's practically a rivalry. Irish King says let's run it back with Pittsburgh. Farley's on Pittsburgh as well. Robert's going over after all there with that, right? I know we're suppressing it here with an under here with the 6.5 line and everything, and the wind is blowing in. Temperature in the low 50s here today. Definitely not a great matchup for these Cubs batters against Ashcraft. And what's going on with Ian Happ? Is he on? Let me look at the injury report here. Is he on the injury report? No, I think he's okay here right now. Diamondbacks money line, Tigers run line, Pirates money line for 9 legacy. Var says Cubs on the money line here. All right. Let's see here, and I think that's it. Hey, I'm taking the Pirates today. I'm going for another upset. Man, the Pirates are looking good. They've got momentum here for sure. I think Cabrera, you definitely has looked pretty good here so far. And Ashcraft, too. He's definitely exceeded his expectations right now, looking good. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh here again. See if the Cubs can't be wake up a little bit, like me. Here's the Twins taking on the Jays today with Joe Ryan on the mound for Minnesota. 4.4 ERA. Eric Lauer, the left-hander for Toronto, 4.9 ERA. Both pitchers 1-1 so far. Toronto winners of 2 straight here right now, and they won the game here yesterday by the score of 10-4 after beating the Dodgers finally and winning their second in a row yesterday. Minnesota, meanwhile, out of their winning streak, snapped when they got blown out yesterday. Simeon Woods Richardson did get lit up there a little bit. But for Ryan here, 1.26 whip, 17 Ks in 14 innings pitched. For Lauer comes in here, 1.36 the whip, 9 strikeouts in 7 1/3 innings coming in. And look, I think with the with these two, Toronto at home right now, and so far, struggling here a little bit. But at home, at least they are 6-4 so far, and Minnesota a dismal 2-6 on the road so far. So got to question it. And after the Blue Jays were able to waylay them yesterday, if you will, they might have a shot here. Yeah, Ryan's in there, but Lauer can hold it and do it here, and we might see a lower scoring game. And again, I just feel like all the American League games are just going under all the time right now. So let's see what you guys want to do, though, here in this one between the Twins and the Blue Jays today. We'll go to the chat pros. My computer just Twins certainly a little bit of an under here right now, 3-6 to the under as an underdog, and they certainly are here. I think the Jays are 115 here for the most part right now, pretty much industry wide, somewhere around there. Inconsistent offenses, to be sure, so far this season. Some of these guys on Minnesota right now, Buxton hitting a $180 here, Keishel's down to 200 right now. Got some guys in there with some okay averages, but Wallner's hitting 214 so far. Toronto, same thing. Springer, $190 at the top of the lineup. Barshow, barely over 200. Okamoto, 220.
Critical notice.
So let's see here. We're going to go to, I think Minnesota might have the edge form-wise, but I think I just prefer Toronto right now. They really bopped them yesterday. Here we go to the chat. Var's on the over here. Farley's on the Jays. Cash Kane says Twins first 5. Nuke's on the Jays. Public Enemy here says Twins first 5 on the money line. And Robert's on the Jays too. I've got to go with the Jays. You guys are on the Jays. I like the Jays. Let's go with Toronto here at a decent price at $120 or so. I'll take Toronto with you. All right, the White Sox are on now. Here now we have an American League Central game. Come on. White Sox, Royals here in this one. Fetty going up against Michael Wacha here for Fetty, a 4.09 ERA so far this season, 0-2 record. Wacha, 1-0 with a 0.69 ERA for Wacha. Royals did win the last one here to snap a 3-game winning streak because they were able to come up with the win 2-0. How many 2-0 games were there yesterday? For the White Sox here, plenty of losses right now. They did win this is the second game of the series, right? These guys started a Thursday through Sunday division series here. I said how many games were 2-0. Well, the first game of the series was 2-0, and the second game of the series was 2-0, and we had other 2-0 games. Man, baseball 2-0, huh? See what you like here with these two. You got the White Sox so far 2-6 on the road. Kansas City under 500, but they are 4-4 at home so far this season. White Sox trending over here a little bit. 5-3 to the over on the road, but Kansas City's 4-10 to the under so far this season. And the White Sox are the only Central Division team kind of trending over. But watch out, this one's probably going to go under. I think the Royals are going to handle the business. So with Wacha, he's really looking good here. I'm going to take him on the run line, but we're going to be using that under somewhere. You'd think right now, White Sox and Royals, every American League Central game going under. Somehow we got to go under, but I'm going to take the Royals here in this one to win and cover the run line. I think in this one for me right now, White Sox got to be a fade. They struggle in this series, 4-16 in their last 20 games against the Royals overall. I'd say strong under trends here kind of make it one of the best possible totals too. But I'm going to take the Royals here on the run line in this one, and Wacha to probably shut them down here. Okay, let's get to it here right now and see what you guys have in the chat. Okay, stand by here. Just having a little bit of slow computer, you guys. Should have restarted, but we're already underway here.
Final.
Okay, here we go. I think, I'm all caught up. Royals on the run line here for Bar. Every time I hit the comment, it takes like 3 seconds. Kane says Royals money line. Farley's on the under. Blake's on the under. Robert going over here. And Bar says, what about Miami and the Tigers? I went with the Tigers in that one. Tiger win. Yeah. And in this one, I'm taking the Royals on the run line. All right, here are the Angels right now, and they're taking on the Reds. Here in this one for the Angels, here you've got rookie pitcher here, Klassen, going for the Angels here for the man here, George Klassen, 6.75 ERA, 3.0 whip, 4 strikeouts so far for Klassen. Brandon Williamson, 4.76 ERA, 1-1 record here so far for the Reds. Klassen, just 3 2/3 innings so far, 4 strikeouts, 2 2/3 innings actually. So just getting a look here with Klassen, his second start right now. And look, they got his work cut out for him probably in this one against the Reds here today. But hey, the Reds are $1.30 right now. And we'll see. But they've got Williamson here, 4.75 ERA, 106 whip, 7 strikeouts in 11 innings, 6 earned runs. Reds here so far, they are 8-6, looking good. Angels hanging in 7-7 so far. Thank you, if I may, on the rocks. Angels here, 8-6 to the over so far, and Cincinnati is 6-3-1 to the over in their last 10 games. So I think we're going to see some runs probably here in this one with these two pitchers going right now. Look, the Reds pitching has been very, very good. But Williamson, I don't know. This one feels a little bit different right now, especially with a total of 9 up there. It kind of points to overs. The Reds have dominated this matchup at home as it is an interleague series, but both teams trending over for sure right now. So Angels' road struggles are, probably going to start to become apparent here so far. Let's see what you have here, but I'm gonna take the over. I think in this one with the Reds and the Angels, I'm hesitant because I'm gonna go with the over. The Reds pitching has been good, but let's see how good it's gonna be here in this one. After we saw the Angels put up a 10 spot on them yesterday.
Final.
I don't think the Angels are gonna come in here and get double digits today, but that was a bit of a stunner. Okay, Bar's going under here. Irish King, Kansas City in their first 5. Reds for Andrew. Cash Cane Reds. Barley on the over. Blake says Reds money line and under. And over for Kane. Robert's going over, and he's going with the Reds today. And next up, we've got the Athletics on the road here taking on the Mets. Man, the A's win again. So the swinging A's, 3 straight wins. They win again. They beat the Mets yesterday 4-0. It made the Mets look silly. Jacob Lopez goes 6.46 ERA, 2.28 whip, 6 strikeouts, and 6 1/3 innings so far for the Mets. Kodai Senga, 3.08 ERA, 1.2 whip, 18 Ks in 11 2/3 innings. Hey,
final.
Mets should be the much better team, but what happened yesterday? Now you're $1.60 here with Senga. I mean, Lopez isn't great. Numbers aren't great. It's not like he's inexperienced out there. And hey, the A's came in and did a number on these guys yesterday, I thought. Let's see what you got here. I mean, some of these favorites, I don't think this is going to stand up. Keep sending these guys out here $1.60 favorites right now. Granted, the A's are 6-7 overall, just 4-6 on the road. The Mets are 3-4 at home. 5-7 is a favorite. Athletics are big time under here so far. 8-1 to the under on the road so far for the Athletics. And they held the Mets down yesterday 4-0. Definitely went under. Mets are 5-6 to the under so far as a favorite, but Senga, you'd think he might have success here against this lineup. Let's go to the chat though in this one and see what you guys think here with the Mets. A's are hot, man. They've won 4 out of 5. The Mets are struggling at home. Get a little bit of value here, maybe, on this dog. Let's see, though. I mean, they probably could start to beat the A's eventually. Are the A's going to lose at home because they give up? They don't have the power. Well, they do have the power, but okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm trying to find the start of this one here. It looks like
final.
Mets all day, says Kane. Mets all day. Mets by 50 billion. Nobody. Okay, no one's buying what I'm selling. Run line here for Kane. Farley's on the under. Blake says Athletics plus a 1.5. Irish King first 5, and team total over. Robert's going over here in this one with the Athletics and the Mets. I'm taking the A's to win here again. Come on, A's, looking good. I'll go with a price play here, probably really there. Next up, the Yankees are on the road taking on the Rays. They're just a $2 favorite today as well because they got Max Fried going. So that, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give that much to you. But the Yankees have lost 3 in a row right now. Fried's awesome, 1.35 ERA, 2-0 record for Fried, 0.75 whip, 14 Ks, 20 innings pitched right now. Going up here against the Rays and Nick Martinez, 2.25 ERA, 0.67 whip for Martinez, 7 strikeouts, 12 innings pitched. Martinez just goes out there and gives you a solid effort every time. Right now, it's more than a solid effort. But, he's done it for a couple of years here since coming back from Japan and spend time with a couple of teams, but found a good spot here in Tampa Bay. He's looking good here so far. For the Rays here, man, big dog against these guys. It's not like Tampa's not, they're 6-7 right now. The Yankees are 8-5. They are 5-2 on the road, though. Yankees are 1-5-1 to the under on the road. Rays are 8-4 to the over, but just 2-2 to the under at home. So, man, I got more American League pitching here. I got to take the Rays, though, on the run line here. Rays here won the first one 5-3. Yeah, sure, the Yankees have dominated the Rays the last couple of years, but that was when they played them over at Steinbrenner Field. Well, here they're playing them at the Trop. That's a different, the Trop is a different, it's like the Trop breathes and lives. It makes it tough for opposing teams in the cavernous confines of the Trop. Let's see what you got here in this one. I'm going to probably take the Rays on the run line here against the Yankees today. Why not? Get a decent price here. Yankees have owned them here last couple of years and have probably a pretty big bullpen edge. Look, the Marlins, the Rays bullpen has gotten better. I know I'm picking them on them every time because they got a 6.33 bullpen ERA, but I started picking on them a week ago when it was a 9+ ERA. So it's been going down here a little bit. This is supposed to be a bounce back spot, obviously, for the Yankees here with Max Fried, and I'm sure it'll be fine. We might even get, some. Hey, Martinez's numbers are good. What can you say? And with that total here, pretty low. So I'm going to take the Rays, though, here on the run line. Give me Tampa Bay plus a 1.5 at, I think they're minus $1.05 or so on that run line today. So I'm willing to take them here against the Yankees again. They are actually plus 1.5 at minus 110. We'll go to the chat and see what you have to say here in this one, but I'm taking the Rays on the run line. Here we go. Hello to Wine Time in the chat today. And we've got Andrew on the Yanks. Farley's on the Rays here on the run line. Irish King. Yankees first 5. Kane says, I gave the Rays yesterday. He'll jump back on the Bombers. Hey, if you could zig and zag and get it right every time, that'll work. Robert's on the Yankees, though, here first 5. He'll lay it. Next up, the Nationals and Forrest Griffin are on the road here, taking on the Brewers and Kyle Harrison here in this one. So Forrest Foster Griffin, Foster Griffin. So far, so good with Foster Griffin. 2.7 ERA, 1-0 record. Kyle Harrison, 2.6 ERA and a 1-0 record coming in. Milwaukee's lost 3 straight games right now. Here they just lost yesterday to Washington, 7-3. Lost to Boston 2 games before that. A little bit of struggles here for Milwaukee. All of a sudden, now come on, against Foster Griffin, they better have an advantage here. Washington so far, 5-8 overall, 3-7 in their last 10. They are 4-3 on the road. Milwaukee here, 6-2 is a favorite though so far. 5-2 at home, 8-5 overall. They're still playing pretty well. Like I said, these 2 teams are 2 of the top 5 offenses in the league, bar none. Washington here has been the big surprise. 3rd in batting average, 4th in OBP, 4th in RBI, 3rd in total runs, 4th in hits, even 5th in home runs. The Nats have a good offense. Milwaukee's right there too, top 5 in a lot of categories, top 10 in others. So no wonder it went over yesterday with all those runs for Washington, 7-3. Can it happen again today? I think the Brewers can calm them down here. I'm going to take the Brewers actually on the run line, but watch out. They may need a lot of runs here in this one, and we'll see if Griffin and Harrison are all cracked up to what we've seen statistically so far from these guys. They have numbers like they're aces, but we're still in the first 2 weeks of the season here pretty much. So let's see what you got, though, in this one between the Brewers here taking on the Washington Nationals in Milwaukee today. I want to hear from your picks in the chat and see how you're going to play this one.
Final.
Nationals couldn't win before yesterday. That's a fact. They were on a 1-7 run, I think. And this matchup, 7 straight overs when these 2 teams have met. Yesterday wasn't necessarily a fluke. Okay, here we go with, I think Barr's on the over here. Mike did well on the Rays game there. Here's Blake taking the Nationals on the run line, and Cash Kane says take the Brewers on the run line. I'm gonna take the Brewers on the run line. I think is gonna be my call here. Look, Harrison supposed to be an established starter for them a little bit. You could say that Kyle Harrison's still kind of growing into his roles and his successes. Foster Griffin, we got to see much more from him. Here's the Giants on the road. Logan Webb goes for the Giants. They've won 3 straight. Orioles had won 3 straight before running into the Giants yesterday, but nonetheless have here Chris Bassett. Don't look at the ERAs from these 2, especially Bassett, 14.2 ERA, 2.84 WHIP. So far, Bassett getting shelled here in just 6 1/3 innings, giving up 10 runs so far this season. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, Logan Webb, 5 ERA, 1.39 WHIP. He'll probably come back down to earth eventually, but they're on the road here against the Orioles. And, yesterday the Giants were able to get the win there, 6-3. Giants have done well against the Orioles in this interleague series. Giants are also 3-1 on the road so far. Orioles 0-3 as an underdog so far this season. Orioles come in here 7-6. Giants are, the Orioles come in here 6-7. The Giants are 6-8 right now. Let's see what you have here. Maybe these teams trend over a little bit so far, but I don't know if it's discernible through the stats or anything just yet. So we'll see what you think here with these 2. Giants, like I said, dominate this matchup the long term, but interleague play, not too worried about it. More so, both teams trending over here, I think. But I don't know. Webb has got to have a good start against this lineup. I mean, can this lineup really hit Logan Webb if they need him right now, need him to be on? And we'll see. Bassett gets this home start, trying to get comfortable here with Baltimore. I'm probably just going to take the Giants right now. I don't know if I can stomach being on the Orioles here after if they lost yesterday to them. Nuke already told me about the National League teams kind of rolling through a little bit, and I've got Logan Webb, so he should be able to deal here. He really should. I'm going to take the Giants here in this one. I think Logan Webb. Come on, Webb. Let's go. Let's see what you guys have in the chat here. Okay, Andrew said the Brewers are the bet of the day. Here's the Giants' first five for Cash Kane. Farley's on the Giants' money line. Andrew's on the Orioles here. Robert's on the Giants' first five run line. Blake says Giants on the money line here. Public Enemy, Orioles, first five money line. Robert's going with the under here in this one. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants here on the road. Guardians and Braves here. Action on Saturday. Interleague play with the Guardians. Parker Messick here so far so good for Messick. Comes in here with a 0.81 ERA. 1-0 record for Parker Messick. Messick, 11 innings here, 11 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 7 hits allowed for the Braves. Martin Perez comes in 3.65 ERA, 0.88 whip, 4 strikeouts, and 9 1/3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. Not great numbers here for Perez here in this one. Guardians, were able to knock them off there yet. Or I'm sorry, the Braves got the win there yesterday, 11-5 to stop the Guardians' 2-game winning streak there. Guardians still 8-6 coming in. Braves 9-5. Pretty good series between these two, but Braves scored the runs yesterday. Braves, that was their first over at home of the season. They're actually 1-6 to the under so far this season at home. I think that's what we're going to see here today as well. Cleveland 3-7 to the under in their last 10 games coming in here. We'll see. How do you have it in this one with the Braves and Perez? A lot of people might suspect him, not effective enough in a role like this, but he is at home here in this one, and I'm probably willing to back him here. Right now, like I said, Braves at home, automatic under almost so far. Cleveland has gone under in 7 of their last 10. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under when facing off in Atlanta. Cleveland has lost 5 straight to Atlanta. Interleague game here. Let's see what you got. I think I'm ready to go here. I'm going with the under in this one with the Guardians and the Braves. Let's take a look at the chat, though. Robert's on Guardians first 5. Guardians for Farley. Braves here, money line for Blake. Andrew K. on the Guardians. Farley said Indians, and I don't know if he was correcting himself to be funny or maybe he really felt bad. Guardians, money line, first 5 and under. Robert went with the, what did we say? Went with the over there? Yeah, he did. He went with the over. And Kane says, Messick, he's got good reviews so far for Parker Messick. I'm going to take the under in this one. Red Sox here taking on the Cards. You've got Ranger Suarez in there for the Red Sox coming in here, taking on the Cardinals. And Leahy here. Looks like Kyle Leahy getting the start, 5.4 ERA, 1-1 record. Suarez, 8.64 ERA, 0-1. Cardinals were able to get the win there yesterday in the series opener by the score of 3-2. Usually these two teams put up a ton of runs, but it didn't happen yesterday, even though you would have thought so with that pitching matchup they had. Wasn't an attractive pitching matchup there with Dustin May. Everybody's ready to jump on him there, but Cardinals were able to get the win 3-2, beating Connerly early. And here you got two pitchers with some numbers going. Maybe it'll be a turnaround here again, and maybe we'll see another low-scoring game. Maybe there was something more with the conditions there in St. Louis starting to heat up, right? We're in the mid 70s, I think, today. So St. Louis comes in here 8-5 right now. Boston 4-9, one of the stories of the league, and not in a good way. They're 1-6 on the road so far. St. Louis 5-2 at home, 7-4 as an underdog here right now. So, yeah, I think the Cardinals here as a dog. Look, he's certainly an untested, unproven commodity. Ranger Suarez, yes, he has not looked good, not what the Red Sox are expecting here from him. And who knows, right now on the road, got to fix things. And when the lineup's not clicking and the team is not clicking, I'm going to go with the Cardinals here in this one to win as an underdog. I got to take this plus price. I think today would be the plan for me. I'd rather take plus $1.15 or so with that Boston record, 6 straight losses on the road. The Cardinals are kind of rolling here right now, here especially as a home favorite, and both offenses, pretty inconsistent, especially Boston right now. Roman Anthony's only hitting 217. Duran, $162. Trevor Story, $140. Another same story for Trevor Story. Slow start every year. Marcelo Mayer trying to get comfortable, but just $182. Can't really find it. Durbin struggling. 103 is even in the lineup. Narvaez, $2 hitter. All right, let's go to the chat here a little bit, see what you got. We've got over for Blake. Irish King is on Cleveland. Farley's on the Cards. Andrew says go over. I'm taking the Cardinals with Farley. All right, the Rockies are taking on the Padres. Well, you know what? The Padres here, Germán Marquez, the former Rocky. You can take the boy out of Colorado, but you can't take the Colorado. I don't know about what I'm saying, but all I'm saying is, sometimes these Colorado pitchers, it becomes kind of you're pitching in Colorado, you're getting shelled all the time. Look, Marquez probably isn't all that. He's got a 4.5 ERA so far with the Padres, but hey, I thought he's looked pretty good here, and he's playing his former team, so got to be something to it. Now, there's a monster price. I don't know if I want the Padres, but they keep covering the run line. Colorado can't do any better. They can't. They really can't. They were in the game the whole time. They're going to cover at least the run line. Then the Padres go up and hit a grand slam last 2 nights ago, and then a 3-run home run last night, covering the the run line, because walk-off home runs. They don't need that small ball. They don't need that runner at second if it goes extra innings. They just hit it out of the park for the Padres, who won in those beautiful new uniforms last night. If you haven't seen the Padres in the Dia de los Muertes themed uniforms, much better than the flamboyant Friday night uniforms they had last couple years. These are pretty tight, actually. I like them. Ryan Feltner here, 4.32 ERA, 1-0 record so far. Rockies lose the first 2 games of this series on walk-off home runs. Last night it was Gavin Sheets getting it done here. So look at $1.65. Rockies have been hanging in there every game. They might do so here again tonight. I'm going to take the under, though, probably in this one with Marquez. I think he has a good start against his old team here and in San Diego. Padres are now all of a sudden 8-6 here. Rockies 6-8, 2-6 on the road. Rockies are 2-6 to the under on the road, 4-10 to the under overall. Padres 2-4-1 to the under as a favorite. I'm going to go under here. I don't know if I can. It's hard, right? Padres weren't covering the run line, right? They were not. They were barely going to try to win the game. They were tied with Colorado in both games, got lucky to cover the run line. So I still think the line probably is a little bit too high here, but the Padres probably just hit a 2-run home run today and still cover the run line. Let's see what the chat has to say in this one here with Rockies money line for JP Farley. Rockies for Andrew K. Rockies first 5 for Blake. Under for Kane. Rockies first 5 for Robert. Everybody likes the Rockies. I don't know. I mean, I can't do it. I'm going to go with the under. All right. Look, it is what it is. Padres still finding a way to cover here when they need the home runs. Rockies 2-14 in their last 16 games against the Padres, including just 1-10 in Petco. It's got to be one of the strongest plays on the board, really, but the price probably isn't quite good enough. Maybe the run line plus money for the Padres. They'll just do it again with a home run. Why not? Greg Gibson's here, and he says 3-2 Padres, so that's not – it'll just be a solo walk-off home run. Greg loves those solo walk-offs. He loves the walk-offs. All right, a couple more here in the major leagues. Then we still got a long list of NHL games. We couldn't eliminate any of these teams in the NHL with 3 or 4 games left right now? All right, Bastro's going to cover that game spread over there, 6-4 in the first set. Okay, here we go. Rangers and Dodgers, Jack Leiter and Emmett Sheehan going. Dodgers $2 favorite pretty much here in this one, up against Jack Leiter here. And look, Dodgers, nothing special so far. Come on. Yeah, they're heating up. They're only 10-3. What happened what happened in those 3 games, huh? Dodgers here, been a favorite every game so far this season. Texas comes in 7-6, doing a nice job, 5-3 as an underdog, as a matter of fact. Texas 5-1-1 on the road so far this season, but let's see how they do against Sheehan here. Sheehan $1.90 or so. Yeah, probably on the price, I'd want to take Texas, but I just feel like the Dodgers are mashing everybody. Now, they only won 8-7 yesterday, and they needed that walk-off home run. But remember, the Rangers needed 3 runs in the top of the – well, they didn't need 3, but they got 3 in the top of the 9th inning late in the game there. And, they blew it. Let's face it. I think they blew it. Before that, Texas, they've been, Dodgers here were playing pretty well. Took 2 out of 3 in Toronto there. Texas, remember, swept Seattle to, kind of keep the rolling going right now. So, all right, let's see what you have here in this one with the Texas Rangers, LA Dodgers. Here, I'll go to the chat. And just a couple games left here in the major leagues. We're here every day doing this. All right. Cash Kane says Rangers money line and under. Thank you, AOD. Smash that like button, everybody. Farley likes the Rangers on the money line. Andrew's on the Dodgers. Greg says Yankees, Cleveland, and Dodgers. Dodgers easy, 6-3. Robert on the Dodgers here. Yeah, man, it feels like It feels like Dodger day, Dodger dogs. Ohtani going to go deep here. Hit it out of Chavez Ravine. Blake here, Texas run line, though. Public enemy on the Dodgers on the run line. I guess it's just too we got enough support on the Dodgers run line that I could take the Dodgers run line too and just feel comfortable about it. Yeah, they didn't cover it in the last 2 games. They lost to the all right. I'm gonna take the under, and this was my official play. I agree with you guys, but everybody's on the Dodgers run line, so I'll take the under just to mix it up a little bit. Nobody took the total in there. I will. I'll take the under here in this one. And Greg says Texas can't be trusted. Okay, I think I like the Dodgers with you guys, but let me go under. Let me take another play. Last game of the night here. Astros taking on the Mariners, and Got the Mariners here, about $1.40 in this one, with Luis Castillo going up against Lance McCullers Jr. McCullers here comes in with a 3.27 ERA, 1-0 record. Castillo, 2.79 ERA, no record to show. Ironically, these two front runners from the West have been struggling. The Astros have lost 5 in a row. 6 in a row? How many? Here right now, the Astros definitely struggling here. 5 in a row, 1-6 in their last 7 on the road. Also 1-6 in their last 7 against the Mariners here. It's all red for the Astros. They are 3-1 as an underdog, but 1-6 on the road so far this season. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over, but Houston here over in 10 of their last 12 so far right now. They're also 4-0 to the over as an underdog, and 8-2 in the over in their last 10. Seattle's gone over in 5 of 8 at home so far this season. So, yeah, we're taking some unders here a lot with the Mariners and American League teams, but I got to go over in this one with the Astros and the Mariners. Yesterday was 9-6. The Mariners bats could be finally heating up, it feels like. Maybe they weren't getting it done earlier, and they were definitely struggling. Their games against Texas, they could only manage 3 runs in 3 games, but they're at home right now. I'm going to take the over in this one with the Astros and the Mariners here tonight. Blake's on the under here, though. Greg says 4-3 Seattle. Farley's on the under. Andrew says Mariners. Cash Kane says Astros money line and the over. And Robert says Seattle on the money line. That's it for Major League Baseball on Saturday. Great job, everybody. That only took an hour. How long will the hockey take? We've got hockey takes. And we've got hockey winners, I hope, here. We finally got some winning going there in the hockey, and then they took a day off. So we better get this one today. The all-important games here. Most of the teams have just 3 and 4 games left in the season, except for the Avalanche. They have no, it's not the Avalanche. What some team I thought? Oh, the Sabres. The Sabres only have 2 games left. So that's a precarious situation for them. So we have a huge slate here tonight, and let's talk about it and see who's going to get in and who is going to be on the outside looking in. But like I said, here we are with just 4 games or less to go, and well, we've only eliminated so far 7 of the teams. So we got to preview every game that if your team's alive, we're sticking with you. Let's get going here right now. And we'll start it off with a pretty interesting game. A good one here with the Lightning taking on the Bruins. Wow. Lightning are all the way down to 3rd place. What happened, Lightning? They fell from 1st to 3rd, just like that. Just like we said they could, and they did. Right now, Buffalo's in 1st, Montreal's in 2nd, and Tampa's in 3rd right now in the Atlantic Division. And, with only 3 games to play, here you got Montreal and Tampa, only 3 games left, and Buffalo 2 games left. So it's going to be tough here for sure. But got Boston at home, a little bit of an underdog. Tampa's favored on the road. Look, Boston's the home team. The Kings are the home team. Yes, they're playing Tampa Bay, who's didn't even touch on Boston here. They're leading the wild card at this point, 96 points. Very, very, very likely to be the number 1 wild card. Ottawa does have 94. They could catch them. They could pass them. Boston's lost 4 straight. Chances are Boston will not be, falling out of the wild card even with this little spell, unless they lose the last 3 games here. But then they'd still need the group of teams here, someone to catch fire. So as long as they can win maybe 1 or 2, and hey, not easy taking on Tampa Bay here, but they are at home. They're an underdog. They can't lose them all, man. Tampa's obviously playing pretty well here right now, and not actually they're not, right? But actually, both teams are struggling, so maybe that does help Boston after all that Tampa comes in here struggling a little bit in this situation. So let's see what you got though here. I guess that's the best way to portray it at this point. Boston is an underdog. They're not great, but at home they're so good. 28-10. Bruins on the money line. Tampa here 3-2, says Greg, and Bars on the Lightning on the puck line here to roll in that one. Wow. Okay. Tampa Bay coming in here 22-18 to the over this season. Boston 31-21 to the over as an underdog. Let's see here. Any more picks here? Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to go with my pick there. Man, I tell you, Boston, in Boston at home, you got to like them in that role. 16-2 run right now, no matter who you're playing. I think that outweighs the little current form here a little bit. I think the head-to-head, usually these teams go over when facing off with one another, even though it was 3-1 last time. But usually these home trends for Boston kind of point to the over of late for the season. They're only 50-50. I'm going to go over here in this one with Tampa Bay and Boston. Give me the over here in this one. There we go. Boston there for 9 legacies here. And Public Enemy likes the Bruins. Next up, the Senators are taking on the Isles here. And Senators a slight favorite on the road, $1.35. It's kind of gone up here. Yeah, it's gone up here a little bit for the Senators on the road. And, well, look, if anything, the Senators playing better here right now, I guess, than the Islanders coming in here right now. I mean, the Islanders are on the outside looking in. The Senators have found their way into the playoffs with a 3-game winning streak. They have that number 2 slot lined up right now. 3 points ahead of the Red Wings, 3 points ahead of the Islanders. Huge game for the Islanders if they could just pull this one off and get within striking distance again of Ottawa here. But Ottawa's got a 3-game winning streak. Islanders were on a losing streak before they won last time out. They had lost several in a row, but were able to beat Toronto last time. Still, Islanders 22-14 at home. Sorokin's been struggling a little bit. But Ottawa here, 20-15 on the road, 33-25 overall as a favorite this season. Ottawa 22-17 to the over on the road, and the Islanders 21-17 to the over at home. Looks like Linus Ullmark. Looks like Sorokin here in this one. Man, you'd think this is so important for the Islanders, but the Senators are definitely the hotter team right now. They're in better form. This is a tight matchup, though, usually, especially when the Islanders are at home. Tight matchup for sure. Well, Steam right now just came in. Arizona, we said Carroll is in, but the Steam is on the under right now. Final. Just came in here. Arizona and Philly. Steam to the under is going to go down to 8, I think, here. Okay, let's see here what you think of the Senators and the Islanders in this one. A big game for both. Bigger game, more important game, it feels like for, well, I don't want to say it like that because the Senators are the team that's hanging on right now, and the Isles are still trying to catch them. So, oh boy, this one's, I better just go with the under here in this one with Ottawa and the Islanders. Give me the under. This one's got to be tight. This one's got to be close to the best, whatever that means. Here's 4-3 Senators for Greg. He says easy. 9 legacy went with the Islanders. Public Enemy likes the over in this one, though. And Blake says Senators money line. Robert's on the over as well. Greg says Islanders ain't winning this game. Maybe the next game, but not this game. He says Senators going with his gut here. And Var says Islanders on the puck line. And Greg says got to be 4-3 at least with these two. Here's the Oilers on the road taking on the Kings. Wow, important game here for the Kings. They're in the playoffs now for the moment. Careful, but the Kings are in the second wild card slot, one game ahead of the Predators. Meanwhile, for the Oilers, they're in first place by 1 point. You know, all the Central Division teams have wrapped things up. The Avalanche of the home ice the whole way in the playoffs. In the Pacific Division, Edmonton, they could still miss the playoffs if they lost them all. And who would it have to be? The Sharks would have to win all their games, I think. Something like that. We got Tristan Yarry here, $1.15 on the road here. In fact, LA may be a favorite now, actually. Yeah, got to flip that favorite. Flip that favorite.
Critical notice.
There we go. Might even be $1.20 for the Kings right now. $1.15, $1.20 totals. Up to 6.5 though. That's for sure. Man, got to change all these lines. Type these in well in advance so I didn't delete them. Okay, LA here, though, catches fire just at the right time. 3 straight wins, and they're at home here, taking on the Oil. Edmonton, they're going to make it. They're not going to blow it here, but LA, they can't blow it. They can't afford to lose here right now. Predators are at home against the Wild in a closely rated game next. We'll preview it. But Edmonton, this is, you know, as an underdog, they've just went from favorite to dog. They're 5-11 as an underdog, one of the worst percentages in the league as an underdog here. So, man, I'm worried for the Kings because we know it's not the great matchup against Edmonton. Edmonton does kind of hold over on them right now coming into this one. So I have some concerns about this game for the Kings. I'm a little worried, to say the least. At least they've won 3 in a row, but Edmonton's dominated this matchup, 5-1 run. Both teams kind of moving to the over here, especially Edmonton in this role. They are 13-2-1 to the over. We've been talking about it. We've been hitting it. Not only that, the Kings are kind of on a little bit of an over roll as well here of late. Kings going over in several of their matchups here of late, although they are kind of a 50-50 proposition to the over at home right now, mostly overs. And 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone over. I got to go over in this one. Even though this is hugely important, I am going to take the over here and go with over 6.5 now. So I was thinking premium before that, but the move to the over here, let's do it on the show. Give me the over here in this one with the Oilers and the Kings here today. Oilers for Public Enemy. Also, hello to Papa Ricky. He loves those Kings. And I did mention Lankinen earlier there in the Vancouver. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay. I'm just seeing his injury status came up. We didn't do that game yet. 4-2 Oilers, no pressure here, says Greg. And let's see here, Robert liking a regulation draw. Hello to Mike Humphrey in there and 9 Legacy on the Oilers. I'm going to go with the over in this one. I hope the Kings can win, man, but I'm worried about this game today. I wish it was I kind of wish it was a night game, playing those day games at home. I wonder sometimes about this with the Kings today. Edmonton can shore things up. Here we go. Next up, the Wild and the Predators here in this one. You've got the Wild going Gus in goal for Minnesota here. The Wild come in right now, $1.30 favorite total, 6.5 under 25. Minnesota here had their winning streak snapped last time out as they lost to Dallas 5-4. They've still been looking good. 23-12 on the road, 26-21 as a favorite. Predators 21-34 as an underdog, despite a 20-15 record at home. So I don't know. I don't know if I can like the Predators here in this type of matchup. They need it desperately. They're right behind the Kings right now. We just mentioned it. They are 1 point behind them and have to win. The Mammoth, meanwhile, they are going to make it probably. They've already clinched. They really have nothing to play for here. They're kind of stuck in the number one wild card. I guess there's a chance the Kings could pass them. Funny thing is, the Mammoth has still won 5 in a row. I mean, not the Mammoth, the Minnesota Wild. Pardon me on that. I just lost my train of thought. Minnesota is in the playoffs. That's the way I should have said it. Minnesota is in the playoffs, and they're not going to lose because of the Mammoth there are right on their heels, but they're 12 points back. That's what I was trying to say. So Minnesota's kind of stuck in there. They could pass Dallas, but they're probably going to get that third place. So the Predators have much more to play for as they're hungry and just outside of the playoff picture here. But let's see what you got. The Wild, pretty hot coming in. Nashville's been hot too. They did lose to the Mammoth 4-1 last time out. Okay, let's see what you got here. It's going to be Wild money line for Kane. Public Enemy, Wild Predators going under. Predators under here for Blake. Greg says 5-3 Minnesota wins this one. Yeah, you guys are on Minnesota here. I kind of want to be on them too. I just wonder about the obvious motivational spot here for Nashville in this one. Var likes the over here. Carolina, obviously probably the better team overall, but Utah's been so good. Both teams are kind of firing offensively here, it feels like right now. So maybe it will be an over. I mean, you got Minnesota 25-14 to the over on the road. Also 26-21 to the over as a favorite here. I'm going to take Minnesota here. I'm going to go with Minnesota after all. Give me the Wild on the road here against Nashville. I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm rooting for the Kings to get in the playoffs. Next up, the Rangers are on the road taking on the Stars, not going to the playoffs. So the Rangers, the Stars are going to the playoffs here. And right now, the Stars are sitting in second place. They're not going to catch the Avs. We know that. They're trying to hold off Minnesota. They're likely going to come in second place here in the division standings. Right now, the Dallas Stars are $1.85 favorite in this one, total 6 under. Rangers, we know they've been a little bit better on the road than they have been at home. In fact, they're 18-19-17 on the road, but 18-29 is a favorite. Dallas 25-11 at home, 37-24 as a favorite. They are a dismal 16-45 as a puck line favorite. The Rangers actually show some life in the role, 31-16 as a puck line dog. I think the Rangers will actually probably stay in this game and cover the puck line today as well. Kind of tough, think about it here. The Rangers obviously not going anywhere, but the Stars, I don't know if they're truly motivated. They might be stuck right there in second place if they're just looking at it honestly here. But the Rangers at minus $1.60, oh my gosh, whatever. I'm going to go with the under in this one. Give me the under. I don't like this at all. I'll take the under here. I'm not at that price with the Rangers. No way. Let's see what you guys have here in the chat. Yeah, that doesn't sound right at all. I'll take it back. Dallas is dominant at home. The Rangers' road games do tend to be high scoring, but I'm going to go under here in this one. I'm defying all logic. Let's see here. Public Enemy's on the Stars. Also here, Greg says 3-2 Dallas, and Robert's on the under here with me. I'll take the under in this one. All right, the Blues are taking on the Blackhawks here. And, hey, we're still alive with the Blues, so we haven't gotten rid of them just yet. Going to take a miracle here. We're going to have to win them all and need a bunch of help, just like several teams in the West. But for another day, they're still alive here. Blackhawks are not alive. but we'll see. I mean, the Blues are not, in the end, they're not going to prove to be very good in the end, right? So they've lost 2 in a row. Blackhawks have lost 2 in a row. I got to figure the Blackhawks might have a chance here to win this game, actually. The Blues are a dismal 7-16 as a favorite this year. As a favorite. They're not even 33% as a favorite. They're about 29% as a favorite this season. The Blackhawks are terrible. We know that. 13-17 at home, 2-6-2 in their last 10 overall. But hey, they've won 2 out of the 3 meetings with the Blues this year. I'm going to take the Blackhawks here as a dog in this one. Watch out. It might not be. This one might be 2-1 or something. This isn't going to be a pretty game. Here we go with Blues on the puck line for VAR. Robert's going over. Blake's going under. You know it's going under probably tonight. Blues, though, for Public Enemy here in this one. I'll take the Blackhawks tonight. Next up, the Devils are taking on the Red Wings here with Allen going up against Gibson, it looks like, here in this one with the Red Wings here. Favorite at home against these Devils. For New Jersey here, they're not going to the playoffs here. They're going to be on the outside looking in. They just were eliminated here last game. So Red Wings, meanwhile, 3 points behind Ottawa, very much alive here. You got a team like New Jersey just playing out the string. Meanwhile, you got the Red Wings here. It feels like a decent price. Was lower. It was $1.35. Now it's $1.45. So I'm taking the Red Wings here for sure in this game. The spread's gotten away, the money line, to $1.45. Probably taking out the value, really. But, I got to play at least a little motivation here. I think the Red Wings are going to fight hard here down the stretch. I'm not saying they're going to get in there, but they're right behind Ottawa right now. And Ottawa, no certainty, even though they're on the road there against the Islanders. It's going to be tough. Detroit, 21-15 at home. And New Jersey 17-22 to the under on the road. Detroit 16-22 to the under as a favorite here, but I think the Red Wings might go up on them here. They might beat them up a little bit. Let's see what you got here in this one. It's going to be 3-2 Chicago here for Greg. Robert likes the over, and Public Enemy's on the wings. So is Robert here. I'm going to go with the Red Wings in this one. Hurricanes and Mammoth. Here we were talking about the Mammoth earlier. And here they are against the Canes. Very interesting game. Great game, right? Canes as good as they've been. Utah's coming in here, big-time winning streak right now, playing about as well as they have as a franchise. Talking about as the Utah Mammoth here. Even Arizona had a few moments once in a while, but still here and we know this franchise has been around. Anyways, Utah here, 5 straight wins. Carolina's won 5 of 6. They've also won 5 of the last 6 against Utah here, but Utah's got a lot of momentum here. And decent goaltending here with Bemilka going up against Bussy in this one. But Utah, 21-14 at home, 31-21 as a favorite. Looking good here in this one, man. You got to like their chances. We could see, I don't know. I think there could be goals in this game. You've got Utah going over in 7 of their last 8. Carolina's gone over in 5 of their last 6. Tell you what, if this goes over, Utah's going to win this game, and they might win it by margin. Carolina certainly has been a complete team. They've owned this matchup here over the years, too. Like I said, 5 out of 6, but both teams are kind of going good offensively for sure. So I'm going to go with the over in this one. Either way, Utah goes down swinging here right now, as I was saying earlier. Both teams kind of clicking here offensively. Utah, nothing's for certain right now with Utah. Okay. Why do I keep confusing them with Minnesota? Utah is in right now the postseason. They have clinched. So they really don't have a motivation here necessarily, other than even with the clinching, they're not going to really move up in the pecking order here. So they're in. So that's going to lack a little motivation. Give me the over in this one. Here we go with Hurricanes on the money line for Barr. Roberts on Utah. Blake's on the over, and Public Enemy is on the Hurricanes here. So, yeah, Utah's on 90 points. They're 5 points clear of second place Kings in the second place wild card standings. And, Utah's far enough. They can't really get to third place. Greg says 4-3 Mammoth. So, maybe the Hurricanes, the Hurricanes will have a little bit of motivation here. They are trying to stay on top of the Eastern Conference standings. They're up 2 points on the Sabres. Next up, the Flyers are on the road taking on the Winnipeg Jets here. Flyers have been incredible on the road. They're up 10 units now on the road this season, 10 or more than 10, I think. And it's been a steady climb here for Philadelphia into position. They're not clinched yet, but third place in the Metro. And I think they'll be good enough to get in there. This is going to be a tough game, obviously, with the Winnipeg team that is still scrambling here to get in the postseason, but they are 3 points back. Probably going to end up a little bit short, but they still could go on a roll. They've got 4 games left, too, so far. So do those other leaders, though, in the West. The East are kind of 1 game ahead of the West teams, 1 more game complete. But here in this one with the Jets, they come in right now 7-2-1 their last 10, 19-14 at home. Philadelphia 22-14 on the road. They're not a great dog, and they are a dog here in this one. But man, Philadelphia and the way they're playing on the road, I kind of think they can kind of keep things going here. I want to take them in this one against Winnipeg. Winnipeg did win the other meeting so far this year in Philly, 5-2. That was a way back to start the season. But let's see what you think here with the Flyers and the Jets here in this one. Philadelphia wrote 10-2 in their last 12 on the road. Winnipeg does kind of trend heavy at home, and look, this one's down. Really got a low total here, 5.5. And Winnipeg, a lot of for the season they're basically 50-50 home and home over unders.
Final.
Philadelphia 23-16 to the over on the road here. So 5.5. I don't know. I think Philadelphia might be able to get some goals here, but I think I like the Flyers in this one. Give me the Flyers here to keep it going on the road right now. Best team on the road, it seems like. Here we go. Greg says 3-2 Flyers. All right, this is when everybody starts to check out at the end of the hockey. So let's keep it going here right now. I've got a couple dozen of you still watching here with the puck. Let's go next to the Canadians, and they are hosting the Blue Jackets in this one. Canadians $1.50 here. Important game here for both. The Blue Jackets on the outside looking in. Going to fall short here, probably 4 points shy of the playoffs right now, and the 2 teams in front of them before they could even get into the postseason picture. Meanwhile, for Montreal, second place, 2 points behind Buffalo, ahead of Tampa Bay. Wow. For Columbus here, things have gone south for them, and the losing streak that they had really took them out of contention. It's just been a little bit of a rough run here of late for Columbus, who will miss the playoffs now probably because of that slump that they're basically in. Montreal's been winning here down the stretch, actually. Winners of 2 in a row over Tampa Bay and Florida. So Columbus, I think, is kind of fluttering to the finish here a little bit. And Montreal did win the last meeting 2-1. Columbus won in November 4-3. They've split the first 2 meetings here, both winning on home ice. Let's see how you guys have it here. Montreal is on an incredible run right now, 10-1. Columbus fading badly. It's a lopsided matchup, probably with a little bit of a low score profile here, maybe. Columbus 18-22 to the under on the road. The last meeting was just 2-1 here in Montreal, as the Canadians were able to win it. So let's see what you got here in this one. But $1.50, I kind of like Montreal. I know it's a pretty big price there, but I'm gonna take the Canadians here in this one. Give me Montreal to get it done and win. Got to take a favorite somewhere in here. I didn't take too many favorites on this card, did I? The Wings were a favorite. I guess Wild were a road favorite. But nothing too stiff. Other than that, it took some dogs. So a lot of close lines here, actually. Don't really have too many big lines here tonight. Oh, here comes some comments. Canadians there for Blake. And Robert's on the Montreal, and Kane's on Montreal. Robert's on the over. And there's a Digital Surfer Burger, cheap viewers over at streamboo.org. Can I say that? We're going to get banned? Should I just ban these guys that keep coming in from Streamboo? Montreal here 4-2, says Greg. Oh, I can't. You can't ban the you can't get rid of the
final.
You can't delete the stream chats. I don't like that. We need a mod. I don't even think the mod can. I'm a mod. Okay, if we had a mod. All right, that's it for that one. Next up, we did skip the Panthers and the Leafs, by the way. We're going right to the Flames and the Kraken here. And, oh, wow, what's going on here? Do the Kraken, are they really going to have a first-time starter in here right now? Going to Kokomo. See what the story is here, if we can. I mean, you can't, if you're going to have this goaltender here, this Finnish goalie, Nike Koko, with 2 Ks in his first name and 2 Ks in his last name. I think his name is Nicholas, but they call him Nick Koko with 2 Ks. Then you got to be on the Kraken. If you got 2 Ks in your first name and 2 Ks in your last name, you better be on the Kraken. So this young man here, second-round draft choice from the 22 draft, 22 years old, from Finland, if he is in there. Do we have any confirmation that he is in there today? I don't think we know for sure, but there has been talk about it. Maybe it'll be Grubauer here today, or I think it is going to be this kid, though. The Kraken are, pretty much toast here at this point. They still have a chance here, but they're going to be eliminated here pretty quick. Going up against Calgary here in this one, so why not give this kid a chance? We'll see what happens here today in this one with Calgary coming in. The Kraken went on a losing streak. It's kind of cost them the playoffs here. Calgary still 11-25 on the road overall. Maybe the Kraken will win this one. Look at the price. It's only $1.40. That sounds pretty good, actually. And
final.
For the Kraken here, both teams struggling, but I think at home, maybe that gives the Kraken a little bit of edge here, and that's why they're a modest little favorite here in this one. Kraken are just 2-8 to the under as a favorite this year. 2-8 to the under as a favorite. 14-25 to the under at home. A lot pointing to the under here. You do have an inexperienced goaltender possibly going here in this one. Calgary 22-18. Man, I kind of want to go under in this one, but unfortunately, they still have it's 6. Let's see what you have in the chat here. Okay, Kraken for Greg. There's a lot of K's in there. Kraken for Robert. Blake's on the Kraken. And Bar here going with the under in this one. Maybe it will be an under, actually.
Final.
Let's go with the under in this one.
Final.
Let's see how it goes. They'll probably pack the back end, make sure this young man I don't even have confirmation that he's in there yet, but all signs point to. I just don't think we have the info yet for sure. Couple sites don't have them in there, but couple sites do, and then you have another site without the announcement at all. So
final.
Okay. Let's see. Kraken's easy money. It's apropos, says Mike. A bar on the under as well. I'll take the under. All right, couple more here, and the show's over. Thanks, everybody. Let's have a great day. We'll be back here in a few hours for the UFC
Final.
Golden Knights and Avalanche. Here,
Final.
look at this one with the Avalanche here. They've already wrapped up. There's the thing. They've already wrapped up the best record in the league. So will they be motivated to do anything here? Will they go all out, try to knock out these Golden Knights? Maybe they don't want them in the playoffs. Maybe that'll be motivation here. The Golden Knights are going to make the playoffs most likely. They're on 89 points, trying to chase down Edmonton here right now. We'll see what goes on. You got to take the Golden Knights here. They've been so hot with their new coach. They did lose last time out, but a little bit of plus money, I think I'm willing to take them here. Colorado was already clinched. Vegas 4-1 their last 5. Colorado's won 2 in a row. I'm sure they'll be, able to handle this one here and try to beat the Golden Knights. But in the back of your mind, what are you really playing for here? They're still incredible season. 25-9 at home, but VGK 18-14 on the road. VGK also 18-22 to the under on the road. Colorado 31-43 to the under as a overall this year, really. See what you got here in this one. We're wrapping it up. Nothing here from the chat, so let's go to the last game. I'll just take here the Golden Knights on the road with the Avalanche. Already clinched the number 1 seed in the playoffs. Next up, the Canucks. Lankinen's questionable, actually, here, so I don't know if he's going to be in. But this game here, you got the Sharks. Sharks are going to roll this one, I'm sure. They are not in the playoffs right now. 4 points back. Doesn't look like they'll get in, but they've had a heck of a season, and I'm sure they're going to be focused here for this game. It's a total mismatch here with the Sharks tonight.
Goalies.
Vancouver's completely broken. They're on a 1-10 run here right now. Sharks in some high-scoring games here of late. Could see some goals as long as Vancouver can score a couple at least. I'm going to go with the Sharks here on the puck line to roll one out on Vancouver here tonight. And that's going to do it for the morning steam. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. A few comments in the chat here. Greg says 4-2 Colorado, 5-2 Sharks. Everybody's done with me here. And I'm going to run the commercial here with Mike, and then we're going to do the drawing, get out of here. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back in a few hours.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
Okay, I guess I did not turn on the
Final.
Again, I didn't do it here. So use the promo code LIVE if you want. That's my little ploy. So everyone can have a free subscription. Use the promo code LIVE. Go to winnable.com/Ramon. Basharo loses 6-4-6-4. Covers that game spread, though. And go over to winnable.com/Ramon. Use the promo code LIVE to get 1 free week. LIVE when you sign up. Sign up for 1 week. That's going to get you 1 free week. Blake says, how you feeling? I'm going to win tonight, Blake. I'm going to win. I'm not going to get mad like I do when I lose. So let's have a great fun time with the guys over there today and enjoy it. So use the promo code LIVE. Go to winnable.com/Ramon. Promo code LIVE. That's going to get you 1 free week today. So when I blow it, that's what I do. I really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. I got lots of plays, 5 UFC plays up there. I've got some soccer games still to come. So thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you a little bit later here today on the Sports Money Network. Join us at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific with the UFC card for today. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.
That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.